All right, babe, what do you actually do when he suddenly goes cold? You know what I'm talking about, those yucky moments. One day he's consistent, he's engaging, he's warm, he's all about you. And the next day he pulls back, silence, crickets. His energy shifts, he texts less, he feels far away, and instantly this is what happens to you. Your stomach drops, you're checking your phone, you're rereading old messages, you're wondering what you said or did wrong, and your brain is like, overcome on this obsessive loop where all you're doing is focusing on this and deeming it as a major problem. But here's the truth that most of you have never heard. You're not reacting to him going cold. You're reacting to the version of you who learned to tolerate inconsistency because you believe you're not enough. So let me break this down in a way that will make everything click for you. Most women take the crowded road. So I want you to picture a highway that's jammed, bumper to bumper, full of women spiraling, obsessing, overthinking, affirming for him 900 times a day, chasing, checking their phone every 5 minutes. It's the road of panic. It's familiar. It feels like the easy road because everyone is on it. But babe, that road doesn't go anywhere. It loops right back into the same heartbreak, the same pattern, just with different men and the same wounds. And maybe the traffic starts picking up a tiny bit and then boom, you're right back in the gridlock of bumper to bumper traffic again. And this is how this road continues to be for you. But then there's this other road. This one with a few bumps, there's a few potholes. This is the road where you chose self-concept, identity work, self-regulation, and your truth over your trauma identity. And it feels uncomfortable at first, right? But it gets you where you want to go so much faster. This whole video is about helping you choose that second road. So when a man pulls back, your conscious mind thinks it's rejection, but your nervous system thinks it's danger. See, the little girl you learned silence means I'm not enough. Distance means I'm losing love. And as the adult woman, or you grew into become an adult woman, you reinforced those beliefs off your past relationships. So now the adult you spirals, not because he pulled away, but because your system recognizes a pattern that you've lived before, and that pattern hurt. That pattern caused you tremendous emotional pain and suffering. I want you to think of your nervous system like a thermostat. If a thermostat is broken, it blasts heat even when the room is warm. It could be summertime, 95 degrees, but if that thermostat is broken, it is pumping out heat like it's winter and it's negative 20 degrees because it thinks something is wrong. That's when he goes cold. Your internal thermostat is malfunctioning. It's reading danger where there is none. So your body triggers into panic, overthinking, chasing, not because he's slipping away, but because your system has been programmed to expect abandonment. And listen, I have been there. Someone's energy shifted and instantly my chest would tighten. I would get this wave of dread flooded over me. And I tried to play it cool, and I did. I was good at putting on the mask, but inside I was dying. I was checking my phone, replaying the last conversation, feeling tremendous anxiety, tons of insecurity, trying to figure out what I did wrong. And I wasn't chasing him. I was chasing regulation. I was trying to calm a nervous system that kept telling me, if he pulls away, it's your fault, do something. That wasn't truth. That was conditioning. That was the way I was taught that this is what love is. It's my fault and I have to make it. I have to go do something to pull him back and make it okay and good enough again. So thinking about him, obsessing over him, affirming 900 times a day about him, trying to decode him feels comforting to you. It feels like you're doing something, like you have some control. But babe, that is a fake safety blanket because it doesn't soothe you, it suffocates you, and it traps you in the same cycle. Real safety comes from you regulating you, not from monitoring his attention. And let me say it in an even different way, right? If you're doing all these things where you're thinking about him, affirming for him 900 times, obsessing over him, trying to figure him out, and that is very familiar to you, and you learn law of assumption and you think, oh, I'm just going to affirm and he'll change. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? So let's look at it this way. The relationship of your dreams is here. It's the wish fulfilled. You're loved, you're wanted, you're cherished, you're chosen, you're adored, you're prioritized. You matter. He's so good to you. You feel safe. And you're over here. And what you're trying to do when you're obsessing over him, when you're affirming for him 900 times, when you think all I need is for him to come in and choose me and then I'll know I'm enough. Well, that is the version of you over here who isn't over here in the relationship you want. And what you're trying to do is pull the relationship to you, but the version of you who doesn't know her worth and value, she can only pull relationships where that's proven over and over again. So how do you get the wish-fulfilled relationship? If you're here not knowing worth and value, how do you get the relationship where you are so adored, cherished, chosen, and respected and valued? Well, you have to become the woman who matches that relationship. That's why self-concept work is the most powerful thing you will ever do in changing your story about love. So you have to stop letting your mind write a narrative with zero evidence, like he's losing interest, he found someone else, I ruined everything. None of those thoughts are facts. They're just your fear speaking and speaking loudly. So you have to regulate your body first. You have to do somatic work, deep breathing. I go into all of that into my 7-day reset course. And you have to remind yourself, I am worthy and good enough, even if I'm not having someone show me that on the outside. I don't chase to feel chosen anymore. I am good enough to let people come to me. And you got to go back to you, not him. Your identity, you're projecting onto him what you truly believe about you. So the block in your mind is, I'm going to affirm for him all day long. He loves me. He chooses me. But you still feel insecure. You still feel not good enough when he does show up for a moment and parroting to you some affirmations you said. What happens to you? You don't trust it. Or in the beginning, you're on cloud 9 with it, and then you crash again. And then you say, this isn't working. Why? Because you don't believe you're good enough. You haven't changed your self-concept. You don't know that you are amazing, incredible, and worthy. You still need him to come in and prove that to you. So you can't see truth clearly until you regulate your body. You can't see yourself clearly until you learn how to change your thinking and identity, rewire your nervous system so that you can start calling in what you want. This is how you keep your power, and this is how you actually get what you want. This is what I did to get what I want. That's why 4 years ago, I had an SP who was uncommitted, womanizer, insecure, very wounded, super toxic, and I had him change and become a very different man and gave me everything I wanted: devotion, commitment, love, all of it. Don't you want that? So if you want that, I'm telling you the way to get it. And I've taught thousands of women to do exactly the same. So you have to think of it like a car that won't start. You don't scream at the hood, right? Let's think of it like this. If you go in to start your car in the morning to go to work and it doesn't start, you're not going to go lift the hood of the car and start screaming at it. You're not going to look up at the sky and blame the weather that your car's not working. And you're not going to sit in the driver's seat hoping the engine magically fixes itself. No, what do? You call someone who knows what they're doing, who can open the hood and repair what's actually wrong. That's what self-concept work is. You're not here to fix him. You're here to change the part of you that keeps attracting and tolerating emotional inconsistency. That inner engine is what we start to repair inside the 7-day reset. And women have had tremendous success with this. Within 2 to 3 days, their world started shifting for them, as they did too. Babe, you have to decide and know that you're not the woman who chases anymore, that you're not the woman who spirals the moment someone seems like they're pulling away. You're becoming the woman whose peace is the priority and whose worth is non-negotiable. That is how you get what you want. It's not being the same you who doesn't know her worth and value and is affirming for him to change so then she can feel worthy and valuable when he texts her. That does not work. which is why you're not getting what you want. So if this hit your chest, if you're tired of the panic, the spiraling, and the feeling like every shift means you've done something wrong and it's falling apart, that's exactly why I created the 7-day reset, break the cycle of not good enough. In 7 days, I'm going to help you regulate your nervous system, stop overthinking his behavior, rebuild your self-concept, and rewire the subconscious loop that keeps you chasing, that keeps you from calling in the relationship you actually want. This is where the pattern breaks, and this is where you learn to feel chosen from the inside out, so you never react to pullback the same way again. You can start today. You can literally start the journey of actually transforming and changing your entire love life so you don't deal with this nonsense anymore and experience it for much longer. The link is in the description, and I suggest you snatch it up soon because the price is going to increase, because I've had it at a super low price for an extremely long time. So I just want to make this clear, babe. It was never about him going cold or pulling away. It was about what his behavior mirrored back to the part of you that still believes you're not good enough. And when you heal that part and rewire it, you stop chasing inconsistency. In fact, you will stop being attracted to inconsistency, and you start attracting men who actually show up. I love you, and I'll see you inside the 7-day reset.